Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing my new Polly Pocket series, and I've been building just like Disney castles in Polly Pocket form. These are all replicas of real life toys that used to exist back in the 90s. I'm sure they still do exist. Many people probably have still managed to keep them over the years. Actually, now that I think of it, and I just thought of this randomly, when I had to make my emergency trip back to New York a couple of months ago, which I think I talked about, but I didn't post for a week, and I had tweeted that I had to make a trip back to New York for emergency purposes for family reasons. Basically, what I was down there for was my parents were splitting up, not like my actual parents. I had a stepdad and my mom, and they were together for, I think, like 12 years or maybe more than that, and they were separating. So I went down there to help her move stuff out of the house. And when I was downstairs in like the little basement area getting all of the stuff that I wanted, I was like going through bins as quickly as possible, trying to find things that I wanted to take with me. I popped the lid to one of the bins and it was filled with Polly Pocket stuff, like houses and little Polly Pockets and clothes and accessory pieces and all sorts of stuff. And I was like amazed because I had no idea that it had made it. Like I thought for sure all of my stuff got thrown away. And I think in a previous video, which by the way, if you didn't notice, I did make a playlist on my channel for just Polly Pocket speed builds. If you haven't seen all of the other ones, I've built some very traditional ones. The playlist will be linked at the end of this video, so you can go through and see all of them if you would like to and watch them in order. And I'm going to continue adding the new ones to that playlist and for all of like the future, whatever. So I think I talked about in an old video that I didn't have Polly Pockets anymore because they were all thrown away. And turns out I totally lied. I do have them. And I just remembered, literally, as I was doing this voiceover, this isn't what I was planning on talking about at all. And so maybe I should do a video where I, like, get some of them, and then I will have, like, the ultimate reference. Because I think one of the issues with doing this series is that a lot of the times building these Polly Pocket houses, I never saw these houses in person. Like, a lot of the ones that I built, I never owned them. I have come across online, like, photos of some of the ones that I did own, and I would be able to do a way more accurate representation of them if I had them, because obviously a lot of the photos are really old. They're from the 90s, they're blurry, they're usually not high definition at all, so sometimes it's like, okay, what is that? What is that random hunk of pink plastic in the background, or what is that supposed to be? It would be so much easier if I literally had them in front of me, and at one point I did consider buying some of them so that I had like the ultimate reference and I could make clone for clone copies of them, just because I think that that's so cool. And some of these are valued at crazy amounts of money. Like when I was doing research for this series about which castles I wanted to do, because this is all going to be Disney Princess castles, and if I haven't said it already, this is actually Belle's castle, and I think what it's supposed to be is half her village and half a castle. But what's funny about this one is that it doesn't look like Belle's castle at all. It doesn't look anything like it. And I have no idea where they were going with this, but I thought it was so cute. But anyway, I was looking up princess castles, and they made an Aladdin one. Well, it would be Jasmine's castle. And it was going on eBay for like $175. And I was like, you're kidding me, because back in the day, like, these toys, I think they were expensive. Like, to own one of the full-size Polly Pocket houses probably would have been a little bit of money, but not $175 a little bit of money. So, needless to say, I do not plan to purchase any of them, but wouldn't it be cool if I went and got some of my old ones? I think my sister's going to end up making a trip back down to New York. Maybe I should ask her to grab some of them for me so that I can make like my real Polly Pocket houses in The Sims that I used to own, and maybe that would be a good little addition to this series, because I do think this is something that's going to be on my channel long term. Like, I've really come back to Polly Pocket houses. Like, well, I always get bored with things, and I do things in sessions, so when I do too much of it, I obviously get annoyed, and I don't want to do it for a little while, but I do end up coming back to this series quite a bit. This is like the third time I have gone back into this series, so I like it, and I think it is something that is going to stay on my channel for a long time, and I'll probably end up doing lots and lots of stuff, so I think it would be so cool to build my own. What a, like, random idea that I just came up with in the middle of filming this video. And if you didn't know, this one, along with all of my other Polly Pocket houses, is available for download on the gallery. The gallery is actually working now. As of this morning, they updated it. If you haven't been able to get on or download anything, or I've seen a lot of people on Twitter asking what's going on, it's been down for a while. They've been having a lot of issues with it, and supposedly, I have been told that it is working as of this morning, so I will be uploading all of my new Polly Pocket houses. And also, if you're wondering, I didn't end up building Jasmine's castle in this series just because it was massive. And one of the things that I've been debating about doing for this series in general is, obviously they're dollhouses, so there's somewhere in the plastic, there's like a crack where they would crack open and kind of like open up. And I wanted to make all of them open up, but for this one, I decided that it would be better to leave it as one solid piece and like not open up any of the walls, because I really couldn't tell what was going on inside the castle. For me, like, from what I could find out about this Polly Pocket house, it looked like the only part that opened was the castle. So somewhere where the glass roof is, there was a crack in it and it would kind of slide open there. But I couldn't figure out what was inside of the castle. Like, I couldn't find pictures of any of the rooms or anything like that. So I ended up just leaving it as one solid piece, and I actually think that this would be a really fun lot to play on. Like, if you wanted a cool little fantasy lot for your Sims, this castle, you could decorate one of the upper rooms as like a room, or you could use the two other houses as a bedroom and a living room and type situation, and it's a really like unique little lot. And I think that keeping it closed was something that made it look almost more like petite and doll-like to me. So that was the decision that I made creatively when doing this house. And for the next one that I have been filming, it is actually going to be Sleeping Beauty's castle, and I opened that one up the way that I did with my Cinderella castle. So I got a little bit of back and forth. And then the last one that's going to be in this series, get excited. I'm sure if you're a Disney fan, you're already like excited about this series, but I'm actually going to be building the Polly Pocket Disneyland set. So I used to own it back in the day, and I'll talk more about it in the video, but that's going to be the grand finale for the end of the series, and it's really, really neat. It's got lots of like the classic Disneyland rides, and obviously like a version of Cinderella's castle, but a little bit more like pink and cutesy and girly, and I'm really excited to build that because I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. As soon as I'm done filming this voiceover, I'm actually going to go ahead and get started on that castle, and that's what inspired this entire series. So I hope I can do it justice, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. That'll probably be out on Saturday or Sunday by the time you're seeing this video. So I do want to give you guys a little quickie update about why I have not been so active on my personal channel and social media in general. I've been, I guess, going through a little bit of stuff. I've just been very stressed out because Nate was actually home with me for a couple of days, which obviously like he normally is not. He goes to work and I'm home by myself. He had to take some time off of work because he had to go to the hospital on Saturday night, and he had a cyst, so we had to take care of that. And he's been home, and I've been taking care of him, and then we had to go back and forth to doctors a bunch of times, so I really had no time to do anything, and literally all of my work got pushed back, which I don't care because obviously, like, Nate is more important. Like, I wanted to take care of him and help him, and he would do the same for me. But I just wanted to give you guys, like, a really short explanation of why I have not been tweeting, and I have literally done nothing for my personal channel. Like, I don't think I've uploaded a video in 2 weeks, which stresses me out so much because people ask me about it, and I have been asked when is the next episode of Racing Madness going up and all of that, and I have all the footage. It's gonna be a really good episode. I just haven't put it together yet because I haven't had time, and my gaming channel always comes first just because I have a little community over here and you guys are so important to me, and I just really want to put content out over here. So this channel comes first. And that is what has been going on in my crazy little life recently. I should have vlogged the whole experience. I want to like start vlogging like normal daily experiences. But the thing is that I feel like, and this is something that literally, if you watched Tana Mojo's video that she came out with the other day, which I'll probably talk about in the next video because I have some stuff to say about that, but she released a story time for the first time in like a long time, and she said in the video that the David Dobrik style vlog content of like 4 minutes, 20 seconds, or very short, quick vlogs that are every second is funny, that's very in right now. Like, that's very much the style that everybody is going for on YouTube, and sometimes it's hard to replicate because what if nothing funny is going on? And luckily for David, a lot of times he can plan stuff out to make everything funny, and he has the resources and the money to like really plan out his day and what he's going to do in the vlog because it's his life. And so with vlogging, it's like if nothing's going on, there's nothing to film. And that's why, in fact, last week, I actually didn't film Racing Madness at the track because there was nothing going on, literally nothing. And I was like, I'm not going to force it. I'm not pulling out my camera to try and force a bunch of jokes and force a bunch of stuff when nothing is going on. Like, we're having a very relaxed day. So I didn't film at all. We had an amazing night. I'm actually going to include the very little bit of footage that I did get in the final episode of Racing Madness, which is probably coming out in 2 weeks by the time I get around to editing it, because I actually haven't been through that yet. Like, the last night of Racing Madness is on this Friday coming up. So I'm going to film that and get 2 or 3 vlogs out, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a season finale. But other than that, like, I do feel like maybe the vlog content will slow down just a little bit on my channel, because if there's nothing to vlog, obviously, then I can't. But I am going to see Ed Sheeran in 2 weeks, not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm going to see Ed Sheeran in Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts. I'm so excited for his stadium tour. I've never seen him before. I've wanted to see him since I was like 13 years old. I am so pumped, and I'm going to vlog the whole thing. So look out for that, especially if you like Ed Sheeran, because I'm probably going to cry. And if you like to watch people cry on YouTube, that's definitely what I'm probably going to be doing. So anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this castle. Which is your favorite so far? Do you like Cinderella or do you like Belle? And stay tuned for the Sleeping Beauty castle and for the Disneyland castle to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time that I post. And I will talk to you all in the next one.